So I haven't done a flip through in a while or talked about my journal. So I'll do that today. I hardly even remember where we left off. Let's look at the pretty pages first, because that's where I remember. I think I remember, yes, this was the last thing you saw. Oh, you don't need to see my pen pouch. So after that, well, I had one day where I journaled normally, but then I went on a trip for work and everything sort of fell through and I don't know, I stopped caring what day it was. Oh, I did do this day a couple of days afterwards. So I didn't do any journaling for several days, and then I filled in things that I remembered afterwards. So I wrote this and I wrote Stockholm because that's where I went. And does this ever happen to you, where you think you've measured how much space you need for all the letters, and then you come to the end of the word and there's one or two letters that don't fit. So our capital isn't called Stockholm, it's called Stockholm with an M at the end. And I thought, well, I can be pissed off, or I can just sort of adapt, I guess. So I just wrote the M like that and made it part of the design. Who cares? In a year I will look back and think, well, I hadn't learned that yet, but now I am an expert at, measuring how much space I need. Or I will just laugh at how nothing ever changes. I glued in some stuff from my train trip because I got breakfast and these were the things like tea and stuff. So I glued that in because it made for a colourful page and I didn't like the colours I already had on the background, so yeah. And then I wrote about a poke bowl that I ate that evening. It was so good. It tasted like sushi salad. So good. And I was so full afterwards. I slept really well. So that was the 11th, I guess, but I didn't put the date. I did put the date on the 12th when I was in Stockholm, and I put I jotted down some things that happened. This is my hotel room. So this picture I took on the 11th, so everything is sort of jumbled here. And I wrote about drinking champagne with my colleagues. That was also the day before. And this is from the presentation I held. And well, then I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of it. I just forgot what I wanted to say. Well, I took this picture. I didn't take any pictures at all, really, but I took this one because I was walking across a bridge when I was on my way back to the train, and it was 28 degrees Celsius and sunny and so hot, and this was just such a lovely view in the middle of Stockholm. So I took the picture and sent it to my husband, and then I came home. So this is a picture I took of myself for my husband when I came home, and this is not working. I have washi tape here to protect it from the elastic. It's not really working. So the point of this picture is that I was tired. That's it. Here I got an email from a friend who liked my fic based on Men, the movie. So I just wrote one of the words from, it's called TikTok Dandelion Clock. If you want to read it. You probably don't. And this is a picture from the film, and this is the compliment I received on the story. It's really weird. The movie is weird, the fic is weird, don't read it. And And here, first, well, this page, you can hardly see it, but I wrote on another book. And I journaled about writing here. And then this is a picture of a band that you have to listen to. They're not known outside Sweden. They're called The Ark, and they reunited this year. I don't know how long ago it was that they split up, but they reunited this year, and they're so good. I mean, it's sort of, I don't know, it's pop. It's sort of glammy, like glam pop, and really they have some anthems, you know, that you want to sing along to. So today's tip, The Ark. My husband said, I don't know if you use this word in English in this way, but when you... No, you don't. It's funny in Swedish. Well, he basically said, so we managed to pretend to be young for yet another day. But it just sounds better in Swedish. I'm sorry. It was funny. I wrote it here. Never mind. This, we went to a thrift store, a really big thrift store, and I bought these and these and these and this. This is my first vellum. So everyone's using vellum, and I thought, well, this was just lying there. Like, okay, they wanted 3 crowns for it. That's not much. And I thought, I'll buy it just to see what all the hype is about. So I glued it in, or taped it in. And I don't know, I suppose I should write something behind it. Or, I don't know, put a picture there. I don't really get the thing about vellum. So but I thought, I'm not going to put it in my stash and forget about it. I'm going to, like, mark the day when I bought my first vellum. So I just taped it in like this. Like, it doesn't have a purpose at all. But, yeah. Oh, and that was all. And no, because there's another page for the 22nd. But I saved these 2 pages for pictures from the concert, because I don't print my pictures at once, which I should, because it becomes so jumbled when I journal and then I put in pictures that have to do with several days ago, but it just, you know, that's never going to change. So let's move from the journaling insert to the morning page insert. This is where it starts, where we left off last time. So I got, or rather, my husband found this book with flowers, the Empress Josephine's roses, and an artist that she had draw them all. And it's just, it's a book full of this kind of image. It's just perfect. My husband is a genius. He's really good at finding presents for people, and he really helps me find good stuff for my journaling. So, good husband. So yeah, these are my morning pages. I haven't written a lot. I've been working. Most times that I've used the book in the past week has been for planning. So, where did we leave off? Here. So I've started drawing stuff onto my weeklies, but I am going to add more. I'm going to add colours and but I've started doodling at least. And I use my weeklies, like I have the days on this side, and this is for random stuff, like anything, ideas, things to do with that week, brain dumps, just stuff. And I've filled in my tracker fairly consistently. And what else? Well, I've filled in all my work projects. Most of it I can't show. And my next actions, these are next actions. What else? Have I added any home projects? I don't think so. No. And I put the Someday Maybe insert or book in the back. And this is not, I'm not super happy about this. It needs to be, this spine that I've made is too narrow for the inserts in it. So I need to, I think I'm going to do it now. I'm just going to move the gaffer a little bit. Or maybe this is a bigger project than I thought, and I should I thought if I just, because I wrapped it around the edge here, but if I don't, it leaves a little more room for the inserts between the front book and the back book. Oh my god, no, I've ruined it. Totally. Okay. I think I need to switch off the camera and fix this. Okay, so I fixed it. And I realized when I started editing that there was one more thing I'd like to bring up. Namely that, you know, this is the cleaning, tidying spread where I put a line every time I do one of my 5-minute sessions. And I realized that it was, you know, using the day color, like Monday is red, Tuesday is blue, and so on, didn't really work on this spread, because who cares if I did things on a Monday or some other day. So what I do now is to use the monthly color, because that way you get a lot of lines in the same color, and you can see that in August I was really, you know, I did a lot. So I'm using gold now. You can see it in some of the places. And then I'll change colors in September and see when it's dark red and how much I do then. And when I did things, because like some of these rooms were never in, so you sort of forget them, but then you still need to take care of them, and then you can see that, oh, I haven't cleaned in there since August or whatever. Plus, I also, because it's kind of hard to see, to calculate the time I've spent cleaning here. So instead, I also put those lines on the day. So at the end of the day, I calculate, so this is 25 minutes. So I put that on my tracker over here. So I'll put 25 here, because it's my 5-minute cleaning column. So that's one more change that I've made.